Hello and welcome to your practice. Thanks for coming to your mat today. As you can tell, it's a little sunny here, which is strange, so I'm enjoying it, but I'm also a little squinty, so sorry about that. As always, if you want to follow along with a playlist for today's class, I will put it in the notes for the video. And also, if you are able and willing to donate to keep these classes coming at you during this lockdown, I would greatly appreciate it. And that information is in the notes as well. So you can take your seat, you can either close your eyes or you can allow the gaze to fall onto the floor in front of you. Just settling yourself in, taking a deep breath here. So something that, at least for me, and I imagine for many other people, that has become exceptionally clear in the past year is how interconnected we really are, right? We've seen really clearly how our actions affect others. Yeah, our actions affect the people that we love, the people that we see, the people that we work with, and our actions also affect those who we never meet, those who we pass on the street, those who we share space with. And there's a quote from Shantideva, an 8th century Buddhist monk. And he said, "Everything is dependent on something else. Even that thing upon which each is dependent is not independent." Yeah, so we are all interconnected. We are all dependent on one another in one way or another. And so the question then becomes, how do we act toward each other? Yeah, toward the people we know, toward the people we love, toward the people we don't know, toward the people we share space with, who we share our city with. And the Yoga Sutras tell us in the yamas, which is the way that we interact with the world around us. And there are 5 yamas, kind of five rules for this. The first being ahimsa. Yeah, we don't do any violence toward anyone or anything. The second being satya, truthfulness. Yeah, we're always truthful. The third being asteya, non-stealing. The fourth being brahmacharya, moderation or conservation of energy. And the fifth being aparigraha, non-hoarding, non-greed. So as yogis, we have these tools for how we interact with the world. Remembering that we are all interconnected, that we are all dependent on one another. No matter how isolated we may sometimes feel, we are all interconnected. I'm taking a deep breath. And you can allow your hands to find a prayer shape at the heart, connecting the 2 palms, the right and the left side of the body. And we'll breathe in for the sound of Om. Om. If the eyes are closed, maybe they stay closed. If the eyes are soft, they can stay soft. And we'll crawl out into a child's pose. If you'd like to press play on the playlist, now would be a great time to do that. And then you can send yourself back to a child's pose, allowing the hips to get heavy, forehead to find the earth, or you can take your hands under the forehead. And we'll find a few deep breaths here. Feeling the flow of the breath. The back body responding. And with a breath in, we'll rise up onto hands and knees. Setting wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. With a breath in, the left arm stretches up to the sky, looking up toward the fingertips. And with an exhale, the left arm slides under the right arm, threading the needle, finding a gentle twist. The left shoulder and the left cheek can relax onto the earth. Pressing into that right hand, unraveling, sending the left arm back up to the sky. Staying here, we send the left foot to the back of the mat. Feel free to swivel the right foot back for a little bit more support in this supported side plank. Feeling the crown of the head and the tailbone reaching in two opposite directions. On a breath in, arms sweeping to the sky, rising up onto the right knee. And with an exhale, gate pose, left arm slides down the left leg. Finding a spiral through the ribs, through the heart, maybe through the eyes, up past the right arm. On a breath in, both arms sweeping toward the sky. On an exhale, both hands down under the shoulders. We turn the left toes open, bending the left knee, and we'll sit down on the right heel, letting the hands find a prayer in front of the heart. So we'll come back here a few times today, and we'll call it our goddess seat. So when I say that, hopefully you'll remember what it means. One more big breath in. And then hands to the top of the mat, stepping the left foot back, stepping the right foot back, plank pose. Big breath in here. With an exhale, it's child's pose, softening back, hips to the heels. Exhaling. Breathing in, rising back up onto hands and knees, evening out on all fours. And with a breath in, right arm reaches high. On an exhale, right arm slides under the left, letting the cheek and the shoulder release to the floor. Finding a gentle spiraling back, leaning into the space behind you. Pressing into the left hand, we unravel. Right arm stretches toward the sky. And we step the right foot to the back of the mat, swiveling on the left knee for more support. Feeling the right fingertips reaching directly up. So there's a big T shape in the arms here. One more big breath. On an inhale, both arms sweeping to the sky, rising up onto the left knee. And with an exhale, it's gate pose. Right arm slides down the right leg. Gentle spiral of the right ribs up into the left ribs. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, arms to the sky. On an exhale, both hands come down under the shoulders. Spinning the right toes open, bending the knee, and sitting down onto the left heel for our goddess seat. Hands finding a prayer in front of the heart. Big breath in here. Looking to the top of the mat, the hands step forward, the right foot steps back, left foot steps back, plank pose. Breathing in. This time, back of the ribs lift, downward facing dog. Exhaling. And feel free to take a few moments to shift, to stretch, to wiggle around in this downward facing dog.
Big breath in here. And with an exhale, finding some stillness in your down dog. Bring some attention to the knuckles at the very base of the index fingers. Rooting them down, finding that connection to the earth beneath you. On a breath in, rolling out like a wave, plank pose. Exhaling, knees to the mat, toes point, elbows draw in as we lower to the earth. Pressing into the palms, baby cobra, letting the heart float forward. And traveling back to child's pose, knees widening, hips softening back to the heels. You can stay here, or maybe the hands come into a prayer, and you bend the elbows, letting the thumbs rest either behind the neck or behind the head. Breathing in and breathing out. Extending the arms, rising back up onto hands and knees, evening out. Again, with a breath in, the left arm reaches high. On an exhale, left arm under the right arm, finding that twist. You're welcome to stay here, or maybe the right arm slips behind the back for a half bind. If you find that half bind, maybe there's a gentle leaning backwards. Feeling supported, catching yourself with the right arm. Right hand to the floor, sending the left arm high, breathing in. Swiveling around on the right knee as the left foot steps back, supported side plank. Feel free to stay here or to float that left leg up to hip height for a supported half moon pose. One more big breath. On an exhale, left foot to the mat, rising up onto the knee, breathing in. This time, left hand down the left leg, right hand behind the head, lengthening with a breath in, big lean on a breath out. Feeling the back of the head, gently sinking back into the right arm. On a breath in, both arms to the sky, exhaling, hands to the earth, turning the left toes open, bending the left knee, coming to our goddess seat, hands come to the heart. Exhale, left fingertips come down in front of the left foot, right arm to the sky, peeling the heart up toward those right fingertips. Sending the right hand to the top of the mat, left hand to the top of the mat, left foot back, right foot back, plank, breath in. Child's pose, maybe that prayer comes behind the head, exhaling. Breathing in, coming back up onto hands and knees. Sending the right arm up to the sky, and with an exhale, right arm slides under the left arm. Staying right here or finding that half bind. Left arm behind the back. Falling back softly into the support of that left arm. One more breath in. Exhale, left hand to the mat. Unraveling, right arm to the sky, shifting into supported side plank, right foot back. Staying here, or letting that right foot float to hip height. Breathing in. And exhaling, right foot to the earth. We sweep up onto the left knee, breathing in. This time, right hand down, left hand behind the head. Create some space with a breath in, and we tip up and over toward the back of the mat. Breathing out. Making sure the chin is staying level, not dipping toward the chest. Breathing in, both arms reaching back up to the sky, hands to the earth, turning out through the right foot, bending the knee, and we sit into our goddess seat, hands to the heart. Breathing in. Right fingers in front of the right foot, left arm peels open to the sky. Heart lifting toward the fingertips. Big inhale. Cartwheeling the hands to the top of the mat, left foot back, left foot back, breathing in. Downward facing dog. breathing out. Big inhale here, and with an exhale, let the knees soften. We'll take our time to walk to the top of the mat. Feeling the earth beneath the feet, letting the upper body hang heavy. Big breath in here, allowing the knees to bend, drawing the navel to the spine. We roll up to stand. Feet stepping together, we find our Tadasana. Solid on the earth, crown of the head rising. With a breath in, arms float high. With a breath out, we dive all the way over. Right foot steps back to a lunge, inhaling. Downward facing dog, exhaling. Plank pose on a breath in. Straight legs or bent legs, we lower to the earth, exhaling. Pointing the toes, Bhujangasana, cobra. Downward facing dog, exhaling. Right foot reaches high, breath in. Stepping between the hands, breath out. Left foot forward, long spine. Melting, heavy head. Arms reaching high, finding our prayer, connecting to our hearts, exhaling. Reaching it high, breath in. Folding over the legs, breath out. Left foot slides back, inhaling. Down dog, exhaling. Plank pose, rolling it out long, again straight or bent legs, lowering all the way to the belly. Toes point, let the heart rise. Down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot up and back, breathing in. Stepping between the hands, breathing out. Right foot forward, long spine. Releasing, exhaling. Arms high, breath in. Hands to the heart, breath out. Stretching high, inhaling. Folding forward, exhaling. Right foot back, heart forward. Down dog, breathing out. Plank, long spine. This time maybe lowering half or all the way down. Up dog or cobra, drawing the heart forward. Down dog, exhaling. Right foot high, breathing in. Foot between the hands, exhale. Left foot forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Releasing, heavy head. Arms high, breathing in. Drawing it to the heart, breathing out. Sweeping it up, inhale. Diving forward, exhale. Left foot steps back, breath in. Down dog, breathing out. Long spine, plank, inhale. Halfway or all the way down. Drawing the heart forward, breath in. Down dog, exhaling. Left foot floats, breath in. Foot between the hands, breath out. Right foot forward, long spine. Melting, bowing, Uttanasana. Arms to the sky, breath in. Hands meet at the heart, breath out. Stretching it up, inhale. Diving forward, exhale. Right foot back, breath in. This time it's plank pose, right away, lowering, exhale. Drawing the heart through the arms. Downward facing dog. And we'll stay here for a big breath in. Big breath out. Softening the knees, looking forward, stepping or hopping forward to the hands, long spine, breathing in. Big fold, big exhale. Arms high, Urdhva Hastasana, we fold right back over, bowing down. Left foot back, inhale. Plank right through Chaturanga or to the mat. Breathing in, up dog or cobra, down dog, exhaling. Knees softening, looking forward, stepping or hopping to the top of the mat. Long spine, breath in. Releasing, forward fold. Arms to the sky, breath in. Hands through the heart, Tadasana, releasing the arms, exhaling. Softening the knees, we sit back into Utkatasana, chair pose. Deepening the crease in the hip flexors, in the fronts of the ankles. On an exhale, folding, hands releasing to the earth. Long spine, breath in. Bending the knees, planting the palms, we either step back to plank or hop back, landing with bent elbows. Rising, heart forward. Downward facing dog. Exhaling. On a breath in, right leg rises. Stepping forward, right away, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Left heel down, opening the arms wide. Feeling the length of the spine, crown of the head reaching toward the sky, tailbone descending toward the earth. Flipping the palms for Peaceful Warrior, sending the right arm to the sky. And we shift to side angle, right elbow to the thigh, left arm extending long over the ear. Now, like we did earlier, see if those right ribs can spiral up into the left ribs. Breathing in. Hands to the mat, low lunge. Step it back, plank, lowering. Floating the heart. Back of the ribs lift, exhale. Left leg high, breathing in. Foot between the hands, breathing out. Warrior 2, up and around. Feeling the arms stretching in two opposite directions as the shoulders soften, creating space. Flipping the palms for peaceful, left arm tips high, extended side angle, elbow to the thigh, Uttita Parsvakonasana. Making sure both sides of the neck stay really long and free. Breathing out, low lunge, stepping right back, plank to lower. Drawing forward, floating back and up. Breathing in, right leg high. Stepping forward for that Warrior 2. Spin the heel down, arms wide. This time, as the right arm lifts, bring the right hand behind the head. Let that right elbow get a little bit lighter. And then it's a big lean, Peaceful Warrior, right hand behind the head. Exhale, right elbow slides to the thigh, or fingertips slide to the floor for our extended side angle. Feeling the left fingertips and left pinky toe reaching into opposite directions. One more inhale. Turning it into a low lunge. Left hands to the mat. Right foot on top of the left foot for Vashisthasana. Side plank. Left knee can come down to the floor for more support. One more big breath in. On an exhale, step the right foot down to the floor in front of the left leg. Slide the left knee to the mat. And then step that right foot into our goddess seat, bringing the hands into the heart. Right fingers in front of the right foot. Left arm to the sky, peel it open. Cartwheeling the hands down, left foot, left hand, right foot back. It's a three-leg dog, sending that left leg up to the sky. Foot steps forward, walking the left fingertips to the top of the mat. Half moon pose, right leg back, right arm to the sky. Maybe the heart lifts up to those right fingertips. Maybe the eyes follow. Peaceful Warrior, landing softly, left arm high, breathing in. Cartwheel it down, take it through Vinyasa. Left leg high, breathing in. Stepping forward, Warrior 2, heel down. Arms wide. Sending the left arm high, letting the hand come behind the head. Left elbow really light. Breathing in. And we take a big lean up and back, opening that left side of the body. Exhale, left elbow slides to the knee or fingertips to the earth. Right arm long over the ear. Extended side angle. One more inhale. Bringing the hands down to frame the left foot. Shifting onto the right palm, the right pinky toe. Left arm to the sky for a side plank. Feeling yourself rooting down through the right side. Getting lighter through the left side. Big inhale. Exhale, left foot steps in front of the right leg, drawing the right knee to the earth, and then we sit into our goddess seat. Hands to the heart. Left fingers to the mat, right arm to the sky, peeling open. Cartwheeling down, right hand, left foot back, right foot high, three-leg dog. Stepping forward, low lunge. Ardha Chandrasana, right fingers forward, peeling the left side open. Feeling as if you can fall back into that space behind you, opening up. Peaceful warrior, step it to the earth, send the right arm high, breathing in. Cartwheeling it down, vinyasa. Follow your breath. And it's a few deep breaths here in downward facing dog. Softening the knees, looking forward, traveling to the top of the mat with a step or a hop. Long spine, breathing in. Chair pose, soften it back, breathing out. Keeping the knees soft, left knee rises toward the heart, and we shift toward eagle pose, right thigh over, maybe left toes hooking behind. Left elbow slides under the right elbow, and we send the hips back, creasing in the hip flexors, in the right ankle. Keeping that eagle wrap of the arms, the left leg can start to unravel, and we shift into a warrior three. If it's too much to keep the eagle arms, feel free to let the arms float, either reaching back or reaching forward. And then we'll all touch the left toes down, arms to the sky, high lunge. Maybe a little softness in that back knee, creating some space in the low back. Inhaling, hands to the heart, and we twist to the right, left elbow to the right thigh. Spiraling the left ribs up into the right ribs. And again, finding that gentle falling back sensation. The hands can come down, framing the right foot. Now we walk the hands to the right. So the hands walk outside of the right leg. Crossing really high at those upper inner thighs. And we bend the knees, sinking the hips down into the space between the heels. Now you might want to grab a cushion or a block. Take something under those hips if the floor is a little far away. Arms reaching to the sky, breathing in. Hands to the heart, and we twist to the right. Left elbow hooks over the right thigh, and we spiral the chest up and open. That right shoulder softening into the socket. Releasing the twist, looking to the top of the mat, stepping the hands down and the right foot down for a low lunge. Left leg slides back, breathing in. Exhale to plank, to chaturanga, drawing the heart forward. Down dog, inhaling. Few deep breaths. Softening the knees, looking forward, stepping or floating toward the hands, long spine, breathing in. Chair pose, softening it back. Keeping the knees soft, this time right knee rises toward the chest. Garudasana, eagle, right thigh over, maybe toes hook. Right elbow under the left, weaving it together and softening. Softening through the hips, through the knees, through the ankles, through the face. Maybe keeping those eagle arms as the right leg starts to unravel. Virabhadrasana 3. Maybe you have those eagle arms. Maybe you let the arms reach forward or back. Inhaling. And we touch back to a high lunge. Right toes down, arms floating to the sky. See if there can be an even amount of weight between the right pinky toe and right big toe. Keeping that back foot as an anchor, hands to the heart. Exhale, twisting over the left shoulder. Feeling that spiral right around that axis of the spine. Softening hands to the floor. We take the hands for a walk to the left. Keep moving the hands to the left, crossing really high at those upper inner thighs. And then bending the knees, left knee hooking over the right knee. Again, this may be a great opportunity to throw something under the hips. Maybe you want to straighten the right leg. That'll also free up space in the body. Inhaling, arms to the sky, hands to the heart, and we hook the right elbow over the left thigh, finding the twist. Releasing, gazing to the top of the mat, hands down, left foot down, sliding the right leg all the way back, breathing in. Last vinyasa, exhaling. Inhaling, breathing out, down dog. Big breath in here. And with an exhale, it's child's pose. Hips to the heels. The arms can stretch out long, or you can find the hands connecting, prayer behind the head. And allowing in this stillness for the mind to focus on the sensations of the breath, or the sensations of the body. Connecting to our own experience, to where we are in this moment. Extending the arms out long if they're bent, rising up onto hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Exhaling. Breath in for plank pose, rolling out long. And we lower slowly down onto the belly, breathing out. Forehead to the mat, taking the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Big breath in here, and with an exhale, we reach reach the knuckles back, floating the heart and the legs up off the mat for Shalabhasana, Locust pose. Feeling the tailbone and the crown of the head stretching away from one another. One more big breath in here. Exhaling, releasing one cheek to the mat. The heels can flop out to the side. Take a breath, relax. And then bringing the forehead back down to the mat, engaging the inner thighs. As the hands come behind the back, hooking the other thumb on top. Big breath in, knuckles stretch back, drawing the front body away from the earth. Can your breath continue to lengthen here? Breathing in, other cheek to the mat, release. Bringing the forehead back down to the earth. One more back bend here. You can repeat a Shalabhasana, or you can bend the knees, reaching back for the outsides of the ankles. Breath in, and with a breath out, sweeping the feet up into the hands. Rising for Danyarasana, bow pose. On an exhale, let it go. One cheek to the mat, releasing the arms and the legs, and you can give your bum a little release, a little shake from side to side. And taking your time, we'll flip onto our backs. Once you're on the back, stepping the feet onto the floor. Walking the feet apart so they come about as wide as the mat. Letting the knees fall in, knocking on one another. On a breath in, arms reaching out long, palms open to the sky. And on an exhale, give the chest a big hug, wrapping the arms across. Allowing the back body to get really heavy. Staying where you are, letting the arms unravel back out into that T. Breath in. And again, wrap the arms around the chest, this time other arm on top for your hug. On an exhale, the arms can release down by the sides. Walking the feet back together, giving the knees a gentle sway from one side to the other. And rolling all the way over onto the right side, just curling into a little ball here. Pressing into the left hand, we'll come back up onto hands and knees, meeting on all fours. And we'll step back to downward facing dog. If you have one last vinyasa that you'd like to move through, feel free. With a breath in, the right foot stretches high. And we're moving to pigeon pose, drawing the shin forward, extending the left leg. Feel free to take some padding under the right hip if that feels good for your body. Inhaling, creating space. And exhale, moving into that space. Folding forward. On a breath in, walking the hands back, rising up, letting the palms press down, tucking the left toes under, and we root down into the two hands and the left foot to sweep the right leg up and back for a three-leg dog. Drawing the knee in toward the nose and just allowing the shin to come down to the floor. We bring the left knee in, tuck it in behind the right knee, crossing high at the upper inner thighs, feet walking apart, and we send the hips down into that space. So we've been here before. If you need support under the hips, take support there. With a breath in, arms stretching to the sky. On an exhale, the left arm comes behind the head. The right arm can circle around to the low back. Maybe the hands rest on the back. Maybe the hands walk a little bit closer together. Maybe the fingertips catch. Settling in for a few breaths in our Gomukhasana. You're welcome to stay right here or maybe hinging at the hips. Taking a gentle forward fold in our Gomukhasana. Inhaling, rising back up to sit. Releasing the arms, stretching the legs out, giving everything a little shake, a little wiggle. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. So hands planting to the top of the mat, stepping the feet back. If you want to wash it through with a vinyasa, you have that option. Left foot floats on an inhale. We draw it forward for pigeon on the second side. Setting up, maybe taking padding under the left hip. Breathing in to create space. And breathing out, we melt over the left leg. Now Now notice in this shape what you are holding on to that you don't need. Maybe it's tension in the hands or in the shoulders, in the face, in the jaw. Only using what you need. Breathing in, hands crawling back, rising up. Bringing the palms down, tucking the right toes under. Rooting into those 3 points, we send the left foot up and back, inhaling. Knee to the nose, draw it forward, laying the shin down on the earth. We draw the right knee forward, tucking it behind the left knee, walking the feet wide, and again sending the hips back either onto the floor or onto a prop, setting up for a Gomukhasana seat. Arms to the sky, breathing in, right hand behind the head, left arm around to the low back, catching the shirt or laying the hands on the back or walking the fingers together. Feeling the sitting bones, both sides rooting down. Crown of the head lightening in opposition. Stay here or feel free to hinge at the hips, folding forward. If you took the forward fold, using a breath in to rise back up. Releasing the arms, giving everything a little shake out, a little shimmy. Releasing the legs, giving them a little wiggle. And then we'll take the legs open into a V shape. Doesn't have to be too wide. Making sure that you can still sit up on those butt bones, those sitting bones. Inner thighs rolling open, knees and toes pointing toward the sky. Fingertips down behind the pelvis, rooting down to let the front of the body get a little bit lighter. Option to stay here. Option to take the hands in front of the pelvis, maybe crawling the hands forward. But we don't go forward without forgetting about our base, our connection. Our sitting bones stay heavy on the mat behind us. Those inner thighs, inner knees keep rolling open toward the sky. On a breath in, crawling the hands back, rolling up to a long spine. Drawing the legs together. Sitting up high on those sitting bones. Taking the fingertips down, reaching up to the crown of the head. And we take the hands for a walk one more time, out along the legs. Each breath in, the spine is getting a little bit longer. Each breath out, giving in to the softness, giving into gravity. more time, rolling all the way up to sit. Finding a comfortable seat for yourself, maybe crossing the ankles. Maybe you want to take some support under your hips, a cushion or a block. The hands can rest wherever feels comfortable, allowing the eyes to shut down or to bring the gaze down to the earth. We'll just find a few moments of stillness. But allowing this stillness to be full of intention. Acknowledging where you are in this moment, meeting yourself where you are in this moment. And as you're ready, you can make your way down onto your back for your Shavasana. the breath can start to deepen. The fingers and the toes can start to find a little movement. Allowing the knees to bend, stepping the feet onto the mat. Rolling softly onto the right side. And we'll meet sitting. These words are from Martin Luther King Jr. Whatever affects one directly affects us all individually. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. This is the interrelated structure of reality. So our success depends on the success of those around us. We are all interconnected. Allowing the hands to connect, finding that prayer at your heart. Breathing in for Om. Honoring the light and the goodness within you, and within every living person, living being. Namaste.